Hello Internet, my name is Rombodawg and welcome to my first Dark Souls 3 video. Now I'm sure you may be thinking, Rombo, what the hell is going on here in the background? Well, let me tell you, this my friends is a gank, and for those of you who don't know what a gank is, some of you who might be newer to Dark Souls or Dark Souls PvP in general, it's basically when two or more people are unfairly trying to kill an invading phantom, whether they are just going through the level and defending themselves against the phantom, or intentionally getting invaded to gank people. And a Gank Spank is when an invader goes against all odds and uses his talents in PvP to defeat however many people are trying to gank him. Now in a gank, you can just kill the host and be done with it, but a true Gank Spank, you kill every phantom that is friendly to the host before finally showing that host not to mess with you by putting him down. But let's get to the point of this video. Today I'm going to show you my own Gank Spanking build. Now, this isn't the most optimized build for Gank Spanking, but it works very well for me, and I'm sure it can work great for you.
Alright, so let's go over some of my build stats and my equipment. So we have the Black Knight Great Axe +4, Storm Curved Sword +4, Cestus +8. As for the Pyro Flame, I use Power Within. Some of the time you won't see me using it in the video because it does take a lot of my health, but a lot of the time I'll use it, and if I see that the host is predictable, and they might have more than an average amount of health, so I can't one-shot them when I parry them with the Hornet Ring and Black Knight Great Axe, I'll use Power Within to finish them off. So as for the rings, we have Chloranthy Ring, Ring of Favor, Hornet Ring, and Ring of Steel Protection. Now, Ring of Steel Protection, this one is my interchangeable ring, which means it's not really that necessary. The other ones are, but this one I will often switch to for the Farron Ring, which reduces skill FP consumption, which is really good for the Storm Curved Sword when trying to stun lock people. And the Obscuring Ring, obviously when you're far away from a host, you know, you're trying to observe the situation, find out when to run in, and you don't want them rushing you. It'll keep you hidden for a while. Alright, so let's go over some of my stats. We're at level 120. We have 33 Vigor, 12 Attunement, Endurance at 30, Vitality at 25, Strength 40-40, Intelligence, Faith, Luck, all at 10 and 9. And finally, for my Fashion Souls, I have the Firelink Helm, the Undead Legion Armor, the Dancer's Gauntlets, and the Sellsword's Trousers. So anyway guys, let's jump into some footage. I'll show you guys how I use this build to the best of my abilities in a Gank Spank situation. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
Alright guys, so what I'm going to do here is give you my top 5 tips for spanking ganks. And along with them, I'm going to show you some footage of how exactly to execute them or how they work. Alright, so to start off with tip number 1, know your build. Now I can't really show footage of this because, well, it's up to you to learn how your build works, how your what rings you have, how your weapons work, their hitboxes, what magic you're using. Spend as much time PvPing outside of ganks before you invade to try to learn this stuff and get really familiar with your build. So for tip number 2, work with your invaders. Now, what I mean by this is most of the time you're not the only guy invading in the host world. You're going to have a purple or another red in the world, and what you're going to want to do is help them out however you can. You can try to separate the hosts and the phantoms, try to keep them away from the other invader as much as you can. Because, you know, if you're going to help him out, he's going to help you out. You guys are going to do a lot better as a team rather than working individually against the host and phantoms. So yeah. Alright, so for tip number 3, know when to get greedy. Now sometimes getting greedy is a really bad thing. Like here you see the host fell, I tried doing falling attack on him, I missed completely, and I just got totally wrecked. I ran out of stamina, ruined, right? But getting greedy isn't always a bad thing. As you'll see in this video, there was a host all alone, at least seemingly alone. Now I wasn't sure if there was any phantoms, but I could tell that he was trying to bait me into a parry. So what I did was I ran up, backstabbed him, and it paid off because he had enough health to where I could backstab him and finish him off in one hit. But you see here, if I wouldn't have gotten greedy, not only would I have to have fought that white phantom, but I also would have had to fight all those blue phantoms. So you see, in this case, getting greedy really did pay off. Alright, tip number 4, watch out for mages. Now, mages are usually pretty weak in health, but with high intelligence, they can do a number on you. especially with how easy it is for them to cast their spells, and how hard it is to tell when they're gonna hit you and the hitbox, or just when they're gonna cast in general. You want to avoid mages at all costs. Even when I try to hide behind the corner, so I avoid the hits. I try to wear off that Lloyd's Talisman so I can heal, and that Soul Stream doesn't even hit me, but the AoE just knocks me off the edge, and I'm just done. So here's just another quick example of why mages are so dangerous. Here, me and another Phantom, me invading Phantom, going against the host, which is a mage, and a guy with a dark sword, which clips insanely well. As you can see, I start fighting the Phantom, I get some good damage, but bam, Crystal Soul Spear, almost dead, and then I'm clipped by the dark sword. It's just insane the damage mages can do in this game, so definitely be careful. Alright guys, and for my final tip, when in doubt, run away. Now this invasion, there was 3 people I was fighting, and there was no invaders to help me. It was just me alone. And I was fighting a guy with a curved sword, a katana, and a rapier, which all 3 of those stun lock you for insane amounts of damage. So for the majority of the time, I was running away, waiting for an invader to come help me, because there's no way I was going to fight these guys alone. Even with my super mega hyper armor, I wasn't going to two-shot anyone. Right here, I take an opportunity to go around the corner and try to spam my heal. And 1, 2, 3. Dead. I hope that teaches you why it's so important to run away. Alright guys, so let's quickly go over the tips we learned today. Number 1, know your build, your rings, your weapons, your magic. Number 2, work with other invaders, watch out for friendly fire. Number 3, know when to get greedy and when to not get greedy. Number 4, watch out for mages, for God's sakes. Watch out for mages. And number 5, when in doubt, run away. Even though everyone knows you look like a baby, but honestly, it's going to save your ass one day. So now I'm going to leave you guys off with my favorite gank of all the invasions I've done while making this video. This was like honestly the funnest time I had, and it was a themed gank, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically when the gankers they dress up the same or as certain characters in the game, and they're used like fancy, like special weapons that are not necessarily just OP like rapier spam R1 trying to kill you, but it's more about making it look cool and, you know, looking stylish, and those are always fun. No matter, like, even if you are getting ganked, you're having a good time while it's happening. So leave a comment below if you think I missed any major ganking strategies, or if you have any general comments about my build, or even if you think I'm a giant scrub and you hate my build, you hate everything about it. Leave a comment below, tell me about it, tell me why you think I should just quit playing Dark Souls 3 forever. No, but seriously guys, whether you're new to PvP or you're experienced and having trouble with gankers, I hope you learned something today. And as always, leave a like to show your support. Well, that's enough rambling from me. I'm out guys, enjoy the rest of the video.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop 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 stop coming and they don't 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 stop coming.